deal with that. Don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe. And thank you for tuning in today. I want to say thank you for being here with me to my special guest, Naya B. Love. She's a mother, an entrepreneur. She's an author. And she does a whole lot of stuff that we're going to get into a little later. But, hey, Naya.
Hey.
All right, can you share a little bit about yourself and just share a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I am, like you said, a mama to an 18-year-old. I left corporate America 6 months ago. So now I am working alongside my mom in her nonprofit as her executive assistant.
Yes.
Yeah. And
but hold on, I hope y'all seen her on that big billboard.
Listen,
when you driving down.
I hope they see it. I've caught it once.
Okay.
Maybe once.
Okay.
And yeah, coloring books. I've got a couple of those out. Don't Think Just Color is the name of those. I am not quite finished with a book I'm working on too. And yeah.
You want to share the title, or you still keeping it to yourself
No.
we can keep it?
It's called Faith Without the Building.
Oh!
So it's like my journey from transitioning out of the church.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about transitions.
Okay.
What different transitions have you been through in life that's taking you either backward or forward?
Probably the biggest transition. Well, two. I had a health scare. That was a major transition. Where I, could have lost my life. And then it's like when you're facing your own mortality, then you want to live, right? So I wanted to do all the things and travel, whatever it was, only to be out of the hospital about 3 or 4 weeks and realize that my marriage was ending. So, 18, 19 years of, I thought we were happy, right? And then to go through such a scary time where I could have lost my life, and then now my marriage is ending. So, 2 transitions, like, boom, boom, right on top of each other. So, yeah, that shook up everything, where I felt like, oh, okay, now we can do this, we can do that, and it was just like, nope. But, listen, that transition in itself, you talk about going backwards, it does make you go back a little bit, but I think now, 2 years passed. Well,
it's been 2 years.
I was gonna say only 1 year technically divorced because of the process in North Carolina. But yeah, I think now I'm on a different side of that transition, if that makes sense. Like I still feel like I'm learning me. My identity was so tied into that wife thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like some people wouldn't even know my name; they would just say, "Oh, that's so and so's wife." Yeah, or so and so's daughter. It was either one, right? Yeah. And now, learning who I am, what I like, what I want to do. No, I'm not just so and so's wife or so and so's daughter. Now people know my name. You get what I'm saying? So. Yeah, I had 2 major transitions. And even the third would be taking a child up to 18.
Yes.
Nobody prepared me for this.
No.
That's different.
It is.
I'm still trying to process this.
And you will.
I'm only
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh,
listen,
it's all a process.
I am 6 months out to 18, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I can't believe it, though. Good gracious.
I know.
But we ain't gonna do that.
Right.
Bright eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
when you hear, but you know what? God, I want to touch on it, but I know we got to do it. But when you were saying you almost lost your life, and then you found out your marriage was ending, I, you know me, I always look at stuff in a way. But to me, you know, with death brings life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, did you ever get to a point where you saw it that way? I'm not talking about.
I did.
Okay.
Because what almost took my life was something dead inside of me. And I had that thought at the time that, you know, when I got back from California, and 2 days I'm in the hospital. And when they told me what was going on, and they were like, you know, there's this tumor, and it's this big, and it's sitting on a stem, and the stem that it's sitting on has twisted, and it's lost blood flow, and it's dead. So
I didn't know none of that.
Yeah, no, I didn't. But it had lost blood flow and it was dead, and they were like, you know, that's why you're here, that's what's going on and all this stuff. First they said cancer. That's what they thought. And I sat there in the hospital and I was like, I have been walking around carrying death and didn't know it. Like, I flew to California. I was sick then. Had no clue. And was a good maybe, I don't know, 20 pounds smaller than I am right now. So my stomach was a lot, you know, flatter then. You could not tell that this thing was in my stomach. And so I had that thought, like I was carrying death. And it had to come out. And then what was the spiritual lesson behind walking around with death and not knowing it? So it was like this other chance, you know, it like, okay, now I'm gonna live, I'm gonna, you know, and just like excited about life, only to be like picked up and dropped. I'm not happy. But okay, yeah,
we not gonna get it today.
You know what? Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
she 18.
Okay.
I should be able to tell.
I was talking about that as well, because even in situations with people, is like living in death. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I wanna touch on that too, because you think everything is good.
Yep.
You know, you think and death can't speak.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, you're representing a part where you don't want to open your mouth to tell me before we get here, because there's no way overnight you just feeling this way, or in 3 months when you almost see me die, that you just want to say I'm not happy.
Yep.
With no explanation. That's what you're trying to tell me.
Right. And what was scary about that was it would have been easier if you say, you know, I'm not happy or whatever, and your attitude and behaviors towards me completely changed. It would have been easier. But I was still being treated the same way. And then I thought about that, like, well, who have I been living with? If you still, your car's full of gas. Hey, I got you. Your favorite Starbucks is downstairs. Like the same little stuff that I thought was so sweet. You still doing this after you say, I don't want to be married? That was scary to me. Yeah. And was like, you know, you can live with a person and think you know people, but you really don't know. And so when you talk about the death, even in that, on this side of it, I didn't see it at the time, but now on this side of it, I did see where, you know, sometimes we get comfortable where we are. And I don't think I would have pushed to become who I am in that situation.
Or seen who you are, because sometimes we get blinded. Yeah. Because we take on so much. You know what I'm getting? And just like we ask God or whatever, let me see through your eyes so I can see as you see. And that's why they say be careful what you attach yourself to. Right. Because even if you didn't look at it a certain way, now you're going to look at it that way because I've been around you so long. So, you know what I'm saying? But,
well, we sacrifice ourselves a lot, which I would tell any I don't care, man or woman, going into, being married. Don't sacrifice of yourself. Don't change who you are. You are still an individual person. That whole two becoming one does not mean that y'all share a brain, that everything they want to do is what you want. No, you still need to pursue the things that you want to do. You still need to be happy for yourself and all that. So yeah, that.
Okay, we're gonna pass.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
But the healing in all of that has been a journey in itself, and I think I am on that side of it now, where it's not, like I said, it's my story. I can tell my story.
Yeah, you can,
So.
and you should, because it will help. It can help us. I'm a avid believer in that. You know, that you go through things to learn a lesson, but you go through things for others too. I know it. I'm trying to use wording right, but I know there's things that I go through, and you can't really talk to anybody about it unless you've been through it. So it's hard for me, if you were still happy and all this stuff, to be like, yo, like this joker here.
Yeah. And I learned the lesson he taught me, and all of that was to choose myself. Because that's what he did. He chose himself.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so every day now I choose myself first. I start every day with something for me, right?
Okay, I like that.
And I choose myself. So I think that was one of the lessons I got from him out of that whole thing. Because I didn't get closure. I didn't get, I had to make closure with myself. But choosing, I was like, you know what, that's what he did. He decided that where he was is not where he wanted to be. And he chose himself.
Okay.
So had to choose it.
You know me, I'm tapping lightly.
I know. It's yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, on your path of choosing you first, how hard was that?
I think when you realize, okay, I'm going into the grocery store, and I know what my daughter wants, like her favorite stuff. I knew what his favorite stuff was. What was mine? Right? And I couldn't think of it. And then I started realizing, like, everything was, I was on the back burner of my own life. You sacrifice of yourself, for other people. I always, his dreams, his this, his that, so I don't know, I think I had to unlearn a lot of stuff in order to realize I needed to choose myself. The narratives that I had kind of gone with, I had to, it was like an unlearning before I could learn how to choose myself, if that makes sense. Yeah. So.
Okay, so as you learned yourself, because I know, like, sometimes it's hard for people to choose themselves, and then they feel guilty for doing that. And then you're trying to, in the midst of trying to build yourself back up, and then you got, somebody may see that you're building yourself back up. They don't like it, so then they pile themselves to try to hinder your growth. How do you navigate your way through that?
It's not easy, especially with my personality, because I don't like to. I'm a Libra by zodiac. We like to keep things like this. Has to be balanced, everything. So and I'm a fixer. Like I'm the one everybody calls when here's the problem. Now you got the solution. They don't need the middle. I'm the one, and I am learning, like right now, in real time, even how to say no. I'm learning how to. I don't think I always knew that.
For real?
Yes, and even now I'm like, no. Like I'm learning how to really to be like, I said what I said. Doggone it. Yep. Like that, you know what I'm saying?
You know what? And I have seen that change.
Yes, because I did not have that. And now that I'm realizing that, oh yeah, I can tell you to wait.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't know, I can't fix that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had to learn that. That transition taught me that.
Okay.
That taught me that.
That lesson.
That lesson.
See, we talking about that, and because that's what I want. You know, a lot of people don't learn the lesson
Mm-hmm.
in what you go through, so you go through the same thing over and over and over again.
Right.
And I think that was my problem with relationships, and that, like, girl, didn't you learn that lesson?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you see these signs?
Yeah.
But we got chameleons out here. You know what I'm saying? And but you still should lean on that inner being to say, man, that's not the one for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but because you've been accustomed to being there, and you don't want to be alone. I'm talking about me.
Yeah.
Loneliness is a big thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, well, and it was just like, I'm going to put up with this because I don't want to be lonely.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm like, you know, the marriage I was in, you know, that's the longest relationship you ever seen me in.
Yeah.
Because 6 months, Sheena used to be like, you got to go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But this time I'm like, okay, I've known you for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of that good got to be there. You know what I'm saying? What I saw is there, you know, and but on the inside, you know, because when I first went back, my question was, what do you want from me?
Mm.
You understand what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Because everybody that I've ever come in contact with relationship-wise, you want something from me. You know, you don't just want me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and people don't understand that if you just want me, you getting something good, because me is, you know, I got a lot to offer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it might not come across like everybody else, but I have a lot to offer, and to say with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, valuing who you are,
Mm-hmm.
valuing what you have to offer, and not taking yourself down to fit them.
Right.
You know, or because, you know, I can't help when, just like you can't help when you walk in the room. You don't understand why people see you like,
Mm-hmm.
man, she's somebody.
Right.
I don't know who she is, but she's somebody. I got to find out who she is.
Right.
No matter what you got on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, become from being that person, you know, how did you regain or rebuild? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't know how to rebuild. They don't know how, after you go through certain things, that this is just how it is, and it ain't no rebuilding.
Yeah.
Or do you totally demolish everything and just start all the way over?
I think you do, because sometimes the foundation just has to be pulled out. Like, the rug got to be taken all the way away, to get you uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So then you can learn yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really a thing of that. Like, I took guitar lessons. I did Reiki sessions. I was going to, like, water, like sitting by the lake, and just like anything that I felt in me to do, I would do it. And it was all leading me towards, like, okay, I like this. I don't really like that. Or I'm going to go here and try this. Or I would take myself on a trip once a month.
Oh.
I would go to, you know, and it won't far, but it was like, it was new for me, because I had been 20 years with, like, well, I can't go nowhere if he don't want to go, or I, you know. So then it was like, no, I got keys, I'm going. And I would go by myself, and I would, you know, journal or color or whatever. So I think it had to be like it was. It had to be there.
Okay.
In order for me to start building. And I mean, therapy too. Listen, I'm an advocate for it. It was great for me. Talk therapy. I think it depends on where you are. You know what I mean? But talk therapy was good for me too. And I started learning some of my stuff from that marriage, and some of the behaviors. Listen, you knew us. Okay?
Yes, I did.
It was exactly what you saw. Okay? So it wasn't behind closed doors, nothing that won't be. It was not that. We had a good marriage. But just some of the why behind I did some stuff I did not know I had brought into the marriage from childhood, from limited beliefs. You know what I'm saying? So I had to really, like, wait, who am I? Like, I was always labeled as like the quiet one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, Naya's just shy. She, she's that ain't me at all. Like, I'm probably louder than all of y'all. I'm probably the one that's like, no, because blah blah. Blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm the bold one.
Yeah.
But I was labeled, and you carry that all your. And then I started thinking. So even in like, yes, it was terrible with what happened, but I had to like sit with me too.
There you go.
And then when I did, I started seeing myself, and it still, listen, I ain't do it. It won't,
I know what you're saying.
But sit with myself, I'm like, oh, that's why I did this, or that's why I did that. So when you talk about feeling like your relationships were on a loop, like attracting the same type, I think maybe, when you finally take that time to just, let me figure this out. Because I'm looping for some reason.
Yes, and I'm tired of the loop.
You tired of the loop?
Shoot.
Tired of the loop.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think that having that time, and listen, that lonely thing, like, I'm an only child. The only time I had entertainment was when I was with y'all.
Yeah.
I don't mind being by, look, I get it. I can be by myself. I always had to entertain myself. So that didn't bother me.
Okay.
In transition. No, it was almost peaceful.
Wow.
Because I had never had it. Like, I left my mama's house and moved into his.
That's right.
I never had just me. That's why everything in my room looked the way it do, and it's colors, and it's because I had never had that.
That girl done took me.
I'm sorry.
No, it's good. So can you share? No. Because we covered all that. Hold on.
Am I skipping past?
No, because we talking. So how important is self-talk and the way you speak to yourself?
It's so important because, I love you in real life, right? Like you, closest thing to a sister I've got. So if I wouldn't speak to you, and I never would, then why would I speak to myself? You get what I'm saying? The people that you really love, like, you wouldn't speak to them that way. And you are with yourself all day, every day, 24/7, 360. You can't get away from yourself if you tried. So you should speak kind, speak love, compassion, whatever it is that you're putting out into the world. You should be pouring that into yourself. And I start my day with that. So when I say I take that time, I choose me first. And it don't matter. It don't look the same every day. Some days it could be a hot cup of tea and silence. Because that's what I want. Or it could be ratchet music and a hoodie on and me just running through my apartment doing, like, whatever it is for me, though. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then any type of affirmation, like, I'm always in my head saying positive things to myself.
Okay, so can you share a brick moment, a small win that reminded you, I'm stronger than I think?
I think being by myself. Because when you are, I had to figure out a lot of big girl stuff. Not that I wasn't, because, I mean, I had been a wife for 20 years, so, like, I knew how to manage a household and stuff like that, but just when you're by yourself, there's nobody else there to help you hang something or do, like, you know what I mean? Like, I started feeling that strength in myself, like, I don't have to depend on nobody else for this, or I don't have to, well, let's sit down and figure this out type thing. It was like, it's all on you. It's all on, and it's a different strength in that.
Yes, it is.
When you so I think started making me build from there. Resilience, peace, joy, like, started, building that stuff in myself, and it's still being built. I don't think we ain't supposed to be nowhere. But I don't think we have reached anything. Or I think you're gonna always be evolving. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
like you're gonna always be becoming who you are. So I think I'm still adding bricks to what I already got. Once the foundation and stuff was ripped, It's like, okay, now let's start with this. And yeah.
So rebuilding that foundation is key.
Yeah, you have to.
And then, because in my opinion, rebuilding the foundation is you.
Mm-hmm.
The foundation is making sure you're stable mentally, physically, in every aspect, of life before. Because remember, in me, when you begin to build bricks, it's still going to involve different people or different things, because somebody might contribute a brick to help build you to where you need, but that foundation is all you. Because if that foundation can't be shaken, they can't shake you.
Right.
Now, all these bricks and stuff I got, hey, you can have that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I throw one of my bricks at you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you can have it. But you're not messing with my foundation, which is my peace.
Right.
Which is my mind.
Right.
Which is where I find my safety. You know what I'm saying? That was deep. That just hit me like that.
That was very deep. Like bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
But because when you think about it like that and starting, like you said, your foundation is you. Like sometimes I got to go back and revisit me.
Yes.
And that's why I don't think you ever fully evolve. Like you're always becoming. Because something still could be, like I'm learning stuff about myself even just yesterday. I was like, wait, that's why I do that? Like, and I'll share it. My emotions, right? If I get frustrated, I cry. If I get angry, I cry. And I realize sometimes, like, okay, I would hold that in. Maybe I wouldn't let it out, right? And then it switched to this whole, well, don't react. If you don't react to stuff, like, you can get through it. Just don't have a reaction. And I was like, well, that's not human. Because I'm sitting here and the feeling in my chest is very real. Yes. I want to cry.
Yes.
So what's the difference between emotion and reaction? Like, I sat with myself for a long time yesterday about this. So I had to go back and realize, going back to my foundation, which is me, Naya, this is why you suppress your emotion? And the reason why is probably a whole nother podcast.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But I was just like,
but
wow.
It's deep.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, this is why I suppress emotion. And I was taught unconsciously to suppress emotion.
Yep.
Because everything gonna be all right by and by. Have faith. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, so I can have the emotion. Now the reaction would be if I took it out on you.
Yep.
And that's not okay.
Right.
So you can have an emotion and not let this reaction get big. And so that makes me go back to me, the foundation, like you said, and realize, okay, that needs some work too. So,
yep. And that's the main thing. I'm working on me. And let me just touch on that right quick. When people deal with emotions and everything gonna be all right by and by. You know me, I'm a scripture person. Now I find the scripture why I should get you. You know, why I should beat your tail. But remember, because you know it too, remember when Jesus went into the garden? Remember his emotion? Okay, let's go back. Remember when they were in there doing all that stuff in the church?
And he turned them
Remember
tables
he turned that table over and he beat them out.
He sure did.
So why would he show us that if we can't do the same thing?
Because he's an example and a lesson, but that's
right.
a whole nother.
But I just want to say
right.
that. I just want to put it out
but
there.
It's
because,
true. Even if he was showing emotion, why can't I?
Right.
And so I'm supposed to sit here and hold it in
Nope.
and have faith and struggle in silence.
Nope.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
To the point that like now I can't take it anymore.
Nope.
No.
Because it will break you. I'm careful about. That's the 30 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm careful about that use because my daddy always used to say, Sheena, stop saying you're broken. You're bent because it can be fixed. If it's broken, it can't be fixed. So that's why I'm kind of careful with that word. It's in me like that. But when you are bent, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like you holding it in so much. And like I had a vision that I had a whole 440, you know, like when it's packed, that's how my mind was. Because it was so much emotions and I'm holding this in and it was like just looking for an exit to get off. And because I'm holding all this stuff in and not sharing, you know, how I feel, that causes that. It causes that mental backup, that mental that where you could get in 5 minutes. Now it takes you an hour because you have to deal with you. And you know, like before I go anywhere, I'm like,
right.
You know, I'm dealing with it. But then when I get there, we're like, you know, I'm like,
right. You're already overwhelmed.
Right. You know, and I haven't even stepped foot in the place. But it's because I got that traffic jam in my mind of what I'm thinking is going to be or whatever. But that foundation, that's why I said, this ain't a different baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not getting the same person. You know, I'm not going to react to the way where I might want to pick up my laptop and hit you over your head.
Exactly.
You know, now I can.
Right.
I'm well capable. But because I value me, I value my health.
Right.
It's no point in me getting all that worked up.
Right.
Because I just have to remove you from me.
Exactly.
I don't have to deal with you no more. Hey, it's your problem if you can't reach me no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I used to think people were being vain, and then like I said, I always got to go back to the Bible. Being in my presence is a privilege.
Absolutely.
Now we are an example of Jesus, right? To be in his presence was a privilege. You understand what I'm saying? To get the attributes from him, the wisdom, the knowledge, the healing, you had to be in his presence.
Right.
But if you are not to the place where you're mentally ready, you understand what I'm saying? If you're not to the place where your foundation is built, who presence you gonna be in?
Right. Yeah.
That's why he could stand boldly anywhere and say, "Oh yeah, you come around." He even had to tell the disciples, like, "How you gonna tell this person not to come around me?" When she know what her job is to come here. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think that we have to see. And I'm sorry to go there, but he just reminding us that it's a privilege to be around us because we go through enough. You know, we go through in our inner selves and cry just like he did in the garden and say, "God, can you please let this pass from me? But if not, since I'm here and I got to go through it, okay, you got to help me get through this here." You know, and that's all I want to say. I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. But it's true. And when I had that realization yesterday about myself, I learned just yesterday that I can say that out loud. Yep. Like if he said it, then I can say, "Yeah, you know what, God, I think I'm tired." Or universe or whatever you call that thing. I think I'm tired. Yes. This is why I'm tired. And I used to look at that and equate that to some sign of weakness or lack of faith. Right? And now it's like, no, I can be tired and that not shake anything. There like I'm still very hopeful of, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired of having to fix it. Yes. I'm tired of having to figure it out. Yes. I'm frustrated. Yes. I'm always the one that, the heavy stuff, well, you call your mama for that, your mama fix it, your mama, or, well, nah, you did, or, sometimes I don't get, "Hey, how you doing?" I get so, boom, 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 know. And then now you know what I do? Well, how I'm doing today? Yep. And then it's like, oh, actually, I'm not having the best day. So, I think, like, times when I call you, like, "Well, Nadia, can you handle me dumping on you today?" That's emotional intelligence. Being, and I appreciate that. Because everybody, when they are used to you being the one, they just automatically go right in. Or they're crying or whatever, No, I have... Yeah, because some people can't handle it because you don't know. Last weekend, I was in silence. Whole weekend. I ain't talking to nobody. Didn't matter. Your hair could have been on fire. I was not coming to help you. I won't go put it out. It was not. When I say silence, I mean silence. I didn't talk to nobody. And I needed that. That's right. And when I came out, okay, I'm good now. But I'm going back to get in silence tonight. Because that's what I need for me. Yeah. Yeah, I do too. I need to get on somebody's plane or a car. That's what helps me. Long drives. That's why I used to be gone. But and they be like, "Why ain't you flying?" Nah. Because the whole time I'm driving, it's like, it's freeing to me.
you know, and even on my way back, it's like it's just different. I don't know what it is. Like when in my mind, I like when I leave and get on this road. When I come back, I'm not gonna be the same. Everything is gonna be good. I'm letting this go on this 200-mile drive.
Yeah.
And when I get home, this is how I'm going. It's like out of all that, I'm analyzing how I'm gonna fix and work everything out. And for real, I don't know what it is. That's why I think what's wrong with me. I'm back. Look. Cause I ain't been
from doing that, from taking that time, and that's necessary. Like, and I tell everybody I love, like, okay, tomorrow's silence. Don't call me. Or if you do, I ain't gonna answer. So,
and love respects that.
They respect it.
That's right. Well, y'all, I know we cutting it off, but guess what? We gonna always come back again. But I really enjoyed you. Can you let people know where they can find you? Because we got to come back so we can discuss Now You Be Love and all of that different stuff like that and get into all of that. But where they can reach you, where they can find you, and life coaching. Did I include that in your intro?
I don't know.
She is a life coach, y'all. An awesome life coach. I know she gets tired of me. And when I hit the lottery, and for the Saints, y'all be all right because y'all gonna want some of my money if I hit the lottery. But if I hit the lottery, I'll get you right. You know?
I got your invoice.
I'll just keep it now. But yeah, just
you life coach me too. You just don't realize it. You do.
You're not gonna make me cry.
I'm not. I really am not. Cause today is one of them days where I've been like at the tip.
Okay.
Up to, so I'm not.
Okay.
So no, we're not crying today.
Okay.
Yeah. But social media, Now You Be Love. That's all platforms, and my website is nayabeguidesyou.com. Or you can go to mamamoses.org. Is my face on there yet? Maybe not, but my work is there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really all. I'm on all platforms.
Okay.
Right now.
And you gonna get your YouTube back up and started, right?
Yes, I got a lot of shorts and stuff. I have been filming back to long form. Cause I stopped with, marriage ending because my content was family content at the time. So now I'm back doing long form, and I'm still filming. I haven't put nothing up yet.
Okay.
I did, I think, right after separation. I had tried to come back. Because I needed time. Like the life coach needed a therapist, and I had a life coach, and so I had some work to do, and I just stopped.
Okay.
But TikTok and Facebook, I'm there every day.
Okay. Well, y'all be sure to follow Naya, and you can follow Let's Deal With That on YouTube. You can listen to us on any podcast that you go to. And you can follow us at Let's Deal With That. And if you want to email me, it's letsdealwiththat@gmail.com. Once again, we want to thank at Rollywood Studios for this wonderful place, allowing us to come here to do our thing. If you want to do your podcast, if you want to come in and record, anything that you want to do, be sure to hit up Rollywood Studios at www.rollywoodstudios.com. Thank you, and let's deal with that together. Let's deal with that. Let's deal